Now that I have done the preparation for my project, it's time to go into Stride, go to the new project. Those of you who have watched the Shoebox video, you know that all you need to do is to download the Stride app, log in, make sure that your device has enough battery, which I'm not doing the perfect job of that at the moment, but it should be enough. Then I have my project title and the address here filled out, the type of building, the year built, and I also have put in airtightness is assumed because I haven't done a blower door test in this place. The place is fully above exterior, so there is no depth below grade. I have put a value for rim joist insulation. Just you can change it like so. And if I have taken any picture from the exterior, I can also add it in case that's one of my program requirements. Now I press review assemblies. Here I can create the defaults for my home. So I know a few things here. For example, I have reviewed the windows, so I know what kind they are, the kind of insulation that I have, and I know that this building is a crawler space. With changing that option, some new details show up. These are all correct for me right now. So either by looking or by maybe asking the homeowner about the retrofits, you can get a lot of this information clarified. Now let's jump into our scanning without further ado. So I start moving around, making sure I'm capturing all the details. And as you see, I'm being pretty quick with my scanning. If I am too quick, the software will tell me to slow down. A message will show up. You saw for a second, it said move close to the wall. So look out for these messages. You see that even these curtains are closed. I'm getting a very reasonable reading of how large this window is and how large this door is. So I'm just moving around, making sure everything has been scanned in this main space. It's also, as we said, we are going to get this closet scan. Usually I try to just make my walking path as short as possible. You will see that there is a message at the top. It says move away from wall. Well, in this closet, we really don't have a ton of room, so we can't really do much there. But one thing I want to point out is that you see in here, it says you are looking at door. It's because even though the door is open here, there is still a door that I'm looking through it. And that's how Stride is basically taking, like considering or detecting elements inside the building. So don't be too confused by that. It's always important to just try to go inside the door threshold to get the best scan. So I did my best with this closet. Now I am going to go to this other item, this other space that I wanted to scan. So here again, I'm trying to go in, but there is just not a whole lot of room. I get the message, move away from wall. There are some lines showing up, but I don't get a whole lot. If I want to note this a hot water heater as well, I just keep this door open to not forget about that. So let's press inspect. It's a relatively reasonable scan of all the spaces. The closets seem to be also partially scanned. So I'm fairly happy with this, and I just stay inside the scanning mode as long as necessary. I think it's the stage for us to right now press finish room, and it automatically detects that we are probably looking at a living room. So I'm just going to press next and just let this be saved as the living room. You could have changed it to the kitchen. It wouldn't make a difference. But now I can go ahead and start reviewing whether I have missed anything or not. The first thing I like to do is to make sure that all of my adjacent elements are correct. And adjacency is basically what is on the other side of what I'm looking at. So for example, here I have the door with the green outline, even though it's an entrance door. So I just tap on the door, I say edit door, and I say exterior. It's again one of those things you can easily fix inside the studio as well, but it's good to be doing that. Also, this door is an entrance door, so let's not forget to say this is the front door with this toggle that you see here. So now I have that one. Another adjacency that I have here is my floor. As I mentioned, it's a crawl space. So I'm going to tap on it, say edit floor, and I will say this is a foundation. It's in fact a crawl space, and we can say apply to this surface. As I'm walking around, I'm just creating these adjacencies, and I try to do this when I am not in the scanning mode. As I said, I try to be in the scanning mode as long as necessary, not any less, not any more. As I have this start a new room button at the on the screen, I know that basically my room scan has been saved, and I'm free to move between rooms, and I'm free to just add details and do that sort of work. So in line with that, I'm just going to come here. I'm going to get close to this hot water system, tap on the screen, and basically say add an entity on wall. I'll say hot water, and just make sure that I have a 40-gallon gas high efficiency system. If you also want to take a picture of the label, don't worry about this little orb that's here. So I can tap somewhere close to it, say add entity on the wall, and I can say photo with note, and you will notice that the picture doesn't have any of those overlay elements to it. So we take a picture that actually shows the label, even though we don't see it in our camera feed. So I'm gonna close this door. I still see some of those things in the back. Another detail that I wanna add here is this range hood fan. I can tap on the wall here and say add entity on wall where I tapped, and I can say this is a ventilation system, and I say it's a range hood fan. It exhausts 110 liters per second, just for the sake of argument. So I have added my details. I have made sure my adjacencies are correct. So the blue walls I'm seeing, and if I press review as well, what I'm seeing here is roughly correct. Well, I noticed that now that corner, there is some space that wasn't marked as exterior wall. So let's go and fix that. I'll just tap here, edit wall, and make sure this one is exterior. So now let's press review. Much better. Let's just tap here as well. Looks like these are just the number of wall sections here. Sometimes that happens. And now I have all of these being marked as exterior. Okay, and with all of these basically figured out, I see my steps here, and one of the things that is very important is that I don't ever climb up my stairs when I'm inside the scanning mode. So right now that I'm outside of the scanning mode, I can climb up these stairs. Of course, I have still one room in my place in this floor to finish, but right now I'm safe to go. But if I was in the scanning mode, I would not have done that. Another thing to note is at the top, I see these air supply grills. These air supply grills, because they are moving through heated space, I know my upper floor is heated. I don't have to really do any changes here, but if it wasn't, then I would have marked at least one of them for the F280 standard. Okay, so that's as much as I need to do for this room. Let's go to the bathroom in the next video.